I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see.
Women, how do y'all think y'all know what people... What tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this like upgrade, downgrade. So-and-so's broke. This one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1 million, 0.3, whatever I pay in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kid. I take care of it. So I say, here, you move over here. You're a piece of Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of this right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign. Don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he doesn't have a son. He has a son. We have a son. I would be telling you, girl, get your from over there. What are you talking about?
Just days after Claressa Shields sat down for an interview and openly shared her plans to start a family with Papoose next year, everything in her personal life took a sudden and shocking turn. During that conversation, Claressa appeared calm, grounded, and genuinely hopeful. She spoke with clarity about her future, explaining that she didn't want to wait until the end of her boxing career to become a mother. For her, life wasn't only about titles, belts, and legacy inside the ring, it was also about building something meaningful beyond it. She talked about staying healthy, strong, and active so she could fully enjoy motherhood, imagining herself running around with her children, present and engaged, without the regret of waiting too long. At the time, it felt like everything was aligned. She spoke as though these plans had already been discussed, agreed upon, and embraced by both her and Papoose. Nothing in her tone suggested trouble. She sounded secure, happy, and ready for the next chapter. Then, almost overnight, everything changed. Shortly after the interview aired, rumors began spreading across social media. Accusations surfaced, claiming that Papoose had been unfaithful to Claressa. The timing felt especially cruel. What should have been a proud, joyful moment quickly turned into a public heartbreak, played out in front of millions. Instead of receiving support and encouragement, Claressa found herself surrounded by criticism, jokes, and harsh opinions from strangers who felt entitled to dissect her private life. And as the internet does, it reached for a familiar phrase, "You lose them the same way you get them." In Claressa's case, those words cut deep. Her relationship with Papoose began while he was still emotionally tied to Remy Ma. At the time, Claressa believed those bonds were already broken. She trusted what Papoose told her, and now, with the world watching, that trust was being questioned in the most painful way possible.
You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This, right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage? Because
she trusted him and chose to move forward without digging too deeply into the past. Now, many believe history may be repeating itself, only this time, Claressa Shields isn't watching from the sidelines. She's living it. This time, Claressa is the one facing heartbreak, public embarrassment, and uncertainty. The same behavior she once overlooked now appears to be happening directly to her. Before everything reached this explosive point, Remy Ma had already tried to warn her. Remy claimed that Papoose was not being honest, that he wasn't truly in love, and that he was using Claressa rather than building a real future with her. Claressa dismissed those warnings immediately. From her perspective, they sounded like words fueled by anger and resentment. Given the tension between the two women, that reaction made sense. They weren't friends. There was no trust between them. Their connection was strained from the very beginning. But anger doesn't always mean someone is lying. Remy insisted that Papoose was struggling financially and didn't have a stable place to live. According to her, he leaned on Claressa to upgrade his lifestyle, image, and access. She claimed he benefited from Claressa's success, her income, and her growing influence. At the time, Claressa refused to believe it. She felt Remy was interfering, not protecting her. The tension didn't explode overnight. It simmered for months, growing louder with every new detail, until Remy dropped what she said was proof. She shared private messages between Claressa and Papoose, claiming she found them on his phone while he was asleep in her home. According to Remy, Papoose had fallen asleep on the phone with Claressa and refused to leave her place. When Claressa allegedly heard Remy's voice in the background, she panicked and hung up immediately. For Remy, that moment confirmed everything she had suspected. From there, things spiraled fast. Remy accused Claressa's PR team of pushing false narratives, painting her as bitter while portraying Papoose as loyal and innocent. She said she repeatedly asked Papoose to speak publicly and clear the confusion, but instead, he told her to stay silent. That response pushed her past her breaking point. Then came the statement that shocked everyone. Remy claimed Papoose once told her he would never sleep with Claressa because he didn't find her attractive, while also insisting she had proof that completely contradicted that claim. She said she was prepared to expose everything if necessary. Before any of this went public, most people had no idea Claressa and Papoose were even involved. Once it broke, social media exploded. Timelines filled with arguments, jokes, and speculation. Sides were chosen instantly, often without the full story. Claressa responded publicly, questioning why Remy, who was rumored to be seeing other men, was angry over someone who had supposedly moved on. She asked why Remy kept tagging her if she wasn't the only woman involved. That back and forth kept the internet locked in for days. Meanwhile, Papoose stayed silent. Some believed he was avoiding accountability. Others thought he was letting the women fight, while he stayed out of the fire. But when he finally spoke, the chaos only intensified. On Christmas Day, Papoose posted a photo of Remy with her new partner, Easy the Block Captain. He claimed that while he was home caring for their daughter, Remy was out with another man. He accused her of spreading lies out of jealousy, and said she couldn't accept that he had moved on. Just when it seemed impossible for things to get worse, Remy went live again. This time, she didn't hold back. Then came another bombshell. Papoose accused Remy of secretly relying on him to write her music while publicly criticizing others for using ghostwriters. He claimed he wrote most of her songs without credit or payment. At that point, the situation became an all-out public war. Years of resentment, betrayal, and unresolved pain spilled into the open. Even though Remy appeared emotional, many people began reconsidering her claims about Claressa. New rumors surfaced suggesting Papoose might already be seeing another woman, possibly younger than Claressa. The internet didn't miss a beat. What made it all worse was Claressa's recent interview about motherhood. She spoke about wanting children soon, staying active, running with her kids, and fully enjoying life. Less than a day later, those dreams were buried under cheating rumors and public humiliation. Instead of planning her future, Claressa found herself trapped in a situation that refused to stay private. Public opinion remains deeply divided. Some believe Remy destroyed her own image by oversharing. Others feel she had every right to finally speak after years of silence. Many believe Claressa ignored clear warning signs and is now paying the price. One thing is undeniable, this story is far from over. What began as love has turned into chaos, and all three names are now permanently tied to one of the most explosive relationship sagas in recent memory. The biggest question still remains. Did Papoose really cheat on Claressa so soon after she talked about building a future with him? And will Claressa walk away, or stay and hope things change? Only time will tell.